Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in Kidderminster in the West Midlands in the UK. I've been invited down here by my friend Pete and Jay. They're obviously fiddling with their computers. A bit camera shy, but you know, hopefully we'll get that shyness out of the way. They've invited me down because they've got quite a special car for me to kind of, you know, do an impressions of vlog on, which is the E60 V10 M5, which is literally right out there. You might be able to just see over there somewhere. But a little bit about DNA Autohaus. They are specialists in kind of BMW German kind of, you know, hot hatches and performance cars. So if you are looking for one of those cars, and obviously here's like a clip of all the stock that they have, definitely pay them a visit. I'll leave all of their details in the descriptions below, so definitely, you know, hit up with them and, you know, see if they can offer you, you know, something that you're after, and obviously competitive finance rates as well. So what we're going to do now, guys, is go over and look at the M5 E60. Let's go do that right now. So here we are then, the V10 E60 M5. I'm going to start this kind of impressions video around how this car feels from obviously behind the wheel. These seats, for example, they've got to be probably the most comfiest seats I've ever been in a performance car. They are literally like captain's armchairs, you know, the way they just hug you and what have you. The steering wheel, again, it's BMW, you know, it's an M car, so everything seems to be on point, you know, it's nicely weighted and what have you. So the interior of this car then, guys, it's obviously from like the mid 2000s, and again, you know, it doesn't look too dated. Obviously the infotainment system and all of that is up to, like, say, you know, iDrive 6 or 7 or whatever it is now. I mean, this is like the first iteration of iDrive. You know, it's all functional, everything seems to be like, you know, fall into place exactly where you expect it to. But you know, as a car, like, if you're thinking of buying one of these cars, you know, you're gonna buy it for the engine. You're not gonna really buy it for like niggly bits like, oh, you know, it doesn't have the latest iDrive system or anything like that. You know, you're kind of missing the point if you are trying to get this car for that. This is literally, you're buying it for like that power plant and like this kind of the whole, you know, M5 V10 kind of thing. You're not gonna get another V10 in, like, you know, any kind of M car now. I could be wrong, you know, but I can't see that happening. So styling wise, this car looks very similar to the standard E60 like 5 Series, but there are some telltale signs that this is obviously a M car, and those of you that know your cars, you will be able to tell. Now a few of those I'll kind of highlight now. So on the front of the car, for example, yes, it looks again like a very similar kind of a standard E60 5 Series, but this doesn't have fog lights. It has, like, you know, extra kind of like cooling like ducts and then around the side you've got these M5 gills that are only on the M5s, and then you've got these kind of nice kind of body skirts all the way around the car on the sides again. And obviously around the rear you've got the quad exhaust pipes, which obviously tell you that it's an M5. You know, even the arches, they're slightly like blistered a little bit, not hugely, but just a little, just to sort of differentiate this from like your standard 530D or that kind of a car. And also the wing mirrors, they're a little bit more aerodynamic compared to the ones that you get on the standard 5 Series. So there's a few discrete kind of touches that differentiate this, you know, to like a standard 5 Series. And in my opinion, this for that type of era is the ultimate sleeper car. This one obviously has got the Smg Auto Gearbox. I believe in the UK that was the only option. I know there are some manuals about, forgive me, I'm not sure whether those were imports or whether they're not part of the UK, but you can get them in manuals. This Smg Gearbox is probably the car's Achilles heel. Really lets the whole driving experience down because it's quite sort of jerky in its operation. It's quite lungy, like every time it changes gears you kind of like fall forward and like rocks you and what have you. And when you're just around town just maneuvering, it really makes the car feel like, you know, really jerky, and as a daily you just become like frustrated with it. Just in normal mode, you know, it just doesn't feel like a 500 horsepower car, because it's not. It's a 400 horsepower car. You've obviously got the MDM button. When you press that, the whole car just becomes, you know, really light. Everything just works in harmony. So the dampers, you know, firm up. You get the 507 horsepower coming straight through, like to the rear wheels. The gear changes become quite ferocious as well. But you've got to be in that power band to really exploit that, because when you're just driving this like as like say, you know, 2.5 to 4,000 RPM, nothing seems to really happen. And the reason for that is because, you know, it's naturally aspirated, and there's a lot of cars out there now which are obviously turbocharged, like the M140i's and the hot hatches and stuff like that, that off the mark actually feel quicker than this. Like, do you see that bit there? I just jerked forward because of the way the gearbox was kind of changing gears. Another thing just to note is this Smg Gearbox is, I think it's like the third edition of the Smg Gearbox in this M5. It really makes you appreciate, you know, modern, you know, sort of double clutch gearboxes, and, you know, the 8-speed ZF in like most cars these days. Those gearboxes are just so much more snappier and so much more like, you know, quicker to kind of respond compared to this. It takes these corners quite well, you know, these bends in the road. It does go through them quite well. I mean, even for like a big car like this, it doesn't feel like a bolt. Just listen to that, guys. It's a V10 power plant, the first and last V10 in an M car, in an M5. Flipping out, this car is mad. The way he's taking his corners. So responsive now. You know, once you're in that power band, when you're in that power band, the car just keeps pulling. I mean, you can de-restrict this car and it will hit 200 miles an hour. You know, so it's not like, it's not any old kind of car that's like limited to 155. This car, that power plant, it's serious business, guys. You know, 200 miles an hour this car can kind of hit. This M5, this particular example, has like been looked after like quite well throughout its life. I mean, this one's only got like 65,000 miles. Obviously, it comes with a full service history and all of that. But the way this thing is just like set up and the way it's just going. So I've driven quite a few cars on the channel, as you guys are aware, from like, you know, hot hatches to muscle cars like the Mustang to 700 horsepower S8 pluses, and what have you. But the way this M5 is set up, I don't think any one of those cars comes close to this. You can literally put the power down, you know, that 507 horsepower which I'm currently running in at the moment. You can put that power down, you know. Yes, if you are really like pushing it, you are probably going to lose like the back end. But on a day like today, it's dry, and you know, you're running Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres as well, so you know, that whole combination works really well. Like I said, the only thing in my opinion that really lets this car down is this gearbox, you know. And I know, like, you know, it's like the most talked about kind of thing, like on all the forums and what have you, but that does literally like let the whole experience down. I mean, even in MDM mode, you know, it's not like the fastest. I mean, that was me like throwing it down the clock there, and there's quite a lag between me pressing on these paddles for, you know, and then the car changing gears, whether it's like upshifting or downshifting. So that is a bit annoying. But you know, the best thing about this car is because it's naturally aspirated, you are continuously chasing that red line of 8,250 or thereabouts, you know. So it's, the power is at the top end, unlike modern cars now where like all the power is like, you know, literally available from like the point you put your foot down. This car, you've got to really chase that red line and rev it out. Then obviously you've got your head-up display, which is right there in your line of sight, and you don't really have to look down there because it's you know, you're being teleported to your kind of destination, so you've got all the information right where you want it. So listen to that for a downshift. This car is literally like phenomenal, the way this car is set up. And once you're in that MDM mode and everything is kind of set up the way you want it, you know, it is phenomenal. Another thing that is phenomenal is the way this thing just gulps fuel like there's no tomorrow. You obviously don't buy this car for fuel economy, you know. Obviously you'd go and buy yourself a 520D if that's the case, but when I started filming, this car had a range of about 150 miles, and I've literally seen how that needle has been like, you know, getting closer to empty. I've now got a range of about 77 miles, so it's, anyway, I ain't gonna complain about the fuel economy, you know. It's not what this video is all about. The power delivery is very linear though, you know. You don't get any kind of spikes in, like, say, power. Like, it's so linear all the way to its red line. If you are used to, like, say, driving a modern car like the F80s, M3s, F82 M3s, which are all turbocharged, you'll get to speed like very quickly in those. With this, yeah, you've got to literally like rev the crap out of it, you know, to get the car like kind of moving and, you know, up to speed. It's a very different type of car, like to like modern M cars. And these cars now, you know, they are an appreciating asset. You know, if you buy one of these now, I don't know, 18k maybe, 20k, you know, it's only going to go up in value. You know, it's not going to be a car that, you know, is going to sit on your drive and, you know, you're going to lose like 3k per year. You probably, you know, gain like, say, you know, anything between 2.5 to 3k a year. Again, don't take my word for it, I'm just saying it as it is. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this content, bringing you some V10 vibes in the form of this E60 M5. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. Don't forget to check me out on my Instagram, which will drop down here. And a massive shout out to DNA, who are based obviously in Kidderminster. If you are around, say, you know, the Midlands or wherever, and you're after some, you know, performance cars, do come out and check them out. You know, I'll leave all their sort of details in the description below. And yeah, guys, I mean, if you're even interested in this car, it's up for sale. So yeah, definitely check them out. And hopefully, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.